What else? I need some rulers. So here's the way we can insert rulers so people don't always have to go get a scale ruler to tell how far from the center line every lighting fixture is. In the Dimensions and Notes tool set, over here, we have this tool called the Dimension Tape tool. Click that. So if I were to put my dimension tape on the sheet layer, it would measure everything incorrectly because remember, a sheet layer is 1-to-1 real-life scale as it appears on the printed page. So what I need to do instead is go back and edit the annotations again. So I'm going to get back my selection tool, hover on my main viewport here, double click it. So I'm back in my editing annotations window here. There's my exit button again. Now when I insert my dimension tape, it will read in the correct scale, which is what we need. So I'm going to snap to a lighting position end, and then snap to the other end, and click, and then I can extend if I want and put it somewhere else, or I can just click again right on top of my last click, and it'll insert this dimension tape. Now everything about it is wrong. I can't even read those numbers. That's okay, we're going to fix it. It's easiest to do in Object Info palette after the fact. So go over to Object Info. First I'm just going to fix my tape length and make it a clean, even 48 feet. Why not? And then I want the distance between hash marks. Here, let me make this bigger so you can read the whole thing. Distance between hash marks wants to be, well, some people do 1 foot, some people do 2 feet, some people do 18 inches. I like 1 foot. And I like the subdivisions to be increments of 6 inches. That means 1 subdivision if I'm doing a 1 foot hash mark spacing. So you can see if I zoom in now, you see what I'm doing here. I've got every foot marked out, and then there's a little tick mark in between every foot showing half a foot, 6 inches, right? That's usually enough because we usually place fixtures, again, on 6-inch, 12-inch, 18-inch increments. So that works well. The next thing to do is scroll down here and check off Mark from Center. And what that does is it changes the numbering scheme so that there's a 0 mark at your center line. I actually need to move this over a little. Snap to the center line, there. Right, so now that reads the same way we would use our brains to install these lighting fixtures. We're always measuring from the center mark on the pipe towards stage left or stage right. So that works well. Okay, so now I just have to decide where and how many of these rulers I need. I'm going to put this one, so typically we'll put one somewhere prominently near either just one electric on stage, or near every electric, or just top and bottom. So like what I can do is put one, I don't know, put one here. That works, and then I'll duplicate it, and I'll just drag and drop, holding shift so I'm going perfectly vertically. Drag and drop another one up here. And you can choose your own style to do this. You can do it my way, or you can, if it makes sense and it's not too cluttered visually, you can put one next to every single lighting position. Just try and make it consistent above or below if you can. But the way this works out is now I have a ruler up top and up and down at the bottom. So when this is printed out, somebody can just take a straight edge, a ruler or a board or whatever, and match up, 5 feet on the top tape and 5 feet on the bottom. If you have a T-square, even better. And then you can just line up that edge with every fixture as you move along and find out how far away from center it is really quickly and easily. Easier than reading a scale ruler for sure. So there's that. And then I want a vertical one too. And it's just the same process. I'll just do one for you here. And you can figure out how to duplicate and move yourself. So again, I'll just drag. I'm just kind of snapping to the overall height of the theater plan here. And once again, it's all a jumbled mess, but I can fix it just by saying distance between hash marks is 12 inches. One subdivision. And it's nice to mark from center here too, but in this case, the 0 point wants to go on the plaster line. That's this little dashed line here marked with the PL. So I'm going to find my, where's my 0 mark? There it is. I'm just going to drag it over and snap it to the plaster line. And then holding shift, I'll drag it back perfectly horizontally until it's somewhere usable, not obstructed by anything else, like that, right? So that's that, and then I could duplicate it and put it on the other side too. And then the final thing to do, if you want, you can flip the placement of the numbers, right? So top slash right or bottom slash left will move those around so that they're on one side or the other compared to the ruler. And a little consistency there is always nice. Maybe I'll do like always put the numbers on the outside of the light plot and the ruler towards the inside, like that. Okay, so my rulers are done.